Galaxy macarons are one of those things that I really didn't understand the trend until I tried it out myself. They were actually one of my first swirled macarons that I made, and it is so fun to play around with. So let me show you, just before May the 4th here this year, I wanted to make some Galaxy kind of semi-Star Wars inspired macarons. So I have my piping tip and my large piping bag. I'm going to divide my batter into 3 different colors. One, I have a Macaron super black, and then I also have a blue, kind of a teal blue and a purple, and then some edible stars as well as edible glitter. One thing that is really fun about Galaxy macarons, I think having a really intense black color and background or base is awesome, and then you can kind of play around with what other colors you have in your Galaxy. So for all of that, I am using the French method for my macarons. I'm just going to make a really stiff meringue using room temperature egg whites. I mix some cream of tartar into my sugar. I'll slowly pour that in until when I pull up my whisk, I have that really stiff point, that really stiff peak, and it looks really glossy and beautiful. I like to transfer my meringue to a larger bowl and a wider bowl so that I have more space to maneuver and mix everything together. Because I'm going to have 3 different colors here, I am going to leave all of my meringue white in the beginning and mix in my almond flour and powdered sugar until it is just combined. Once I get that combined, I will divide the batter into 3 separate bowls. And as I mentioned with Galaxy macarons, I like to have that base that is in the majority of my batter black, so I will keep at least half, if not 2/3 of the batter in my large bowl and color that black, and then with the remaining batter I'll divide it evenly into my 2 other bowls and color it with the blue, teal, and the purple respectively. I have tried this with a vibrant pink color and kind of a golden color, and I think, this is just my perspective here, I think it's really nice to have one bright color in your Galaxy, like a blue, like a yellow, a golden, a pink, or whatever, that's in more of a bright and neon color, and then to have a darker or more neutral color, whether that is a darker, like a gray, or like for me, I'm doing a dark purple or a dark blue or a dark green, something that blends a little bit better with the black. Again, that's just my personal preference and taste. You can obviously do however many colors you want. I also really like to use this opportunity to use those edible stars, which are easy to find in both silver and gold. So you can kind of go with your preference there as well. After I've added the color into my 3 separate bowls, I'm just going to finish that macaronage process, continuing to mix both to deflate the meringue and get my batter to that ribbon stage, and also to make sure the color is thoroughly incorporated. If you are new to splitting your batter, I think the most important thing to remember is to try to be really accurate with how much colorant you want to add. mixing. So for example, if you are having a black batter like this and you start macaronaging and then you're like, it looks too gray to me, that's too light, but you've already mixed it a ton, that really could come back and bite you in the butt, because if you add in more black food coloring now, it's going to either reach the ribbon stage before you get all of that color mixed in and you'll end up with streaks, or you'll have a really beautiful, consistent color, but you've way over mixed and done way too much of your macaronage. So because you've already added in the dry ingredients and you've already done some of that mixing when you add in the color, just be really careful and try to add in the color you need before you macaronage, or it might be a little bit more tricky later on. After I reach the ribbon stage for all 3 of my colors, I am going to spread some plastic wrap down. I like to use 2 different sheets that are overlapping a little bit. And then I'm going to put 3 rows of black. You can really do this however you want, but I really like having too much thinner streaks of the color, you can just do 2 of the black and then alternate the other colors, or do a bunch of smaller, thinner layers, whatever works for you. But I have the 3 of the black down, and then between 2 of them, I will put the teal blue color, and then between the other 2 I will put the purple color before wrapping all of the plastic up like I'm wrapping a Tootsie Roll or something like that, a candy basically. So I'll have a lot of plastic wrap on both of the ends, and then around where the macaron batter is, it will be quite tight. Once you get that really nice roll and you've twisted the ends and all the macaron batter is nice and tight on the inside, you can use a scissors to snip one end, and then I like to use a pitcher or something like that to help me place it into my piping bag that's already has my piping tip in the bottom there. Now I'm going to pipe my little galaxy macaron circles, and I have my sprinkles at the ready, so as soon as I pipe and tap the bottoms of my trays, I'm ready to go in with those sprinkles. If you wait too long, or if a skin starts forming, the beautiful stars and everything won't stick. They will just fall off right after you bake them. I like to rest my macaron shells for anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, so it might take more time or less time depending on your kitchen and environment and all of that. And once I can safely touch them without any batter coming up on my finger, I know it's time to get them into the oven and bake them. I like to bake my macarons 1 tray at a time in the center of my oven, though if you have a larger oven or if you open the door more times to let any steam out, you might be able to do 2 or even more trays at a time. After they bake, just make sure to let them cool completely at room temperature before you peel them off of the mats, match them, and get them ready to fill. I am just using a really simple mint chocolate ganache here for these Galaxy macarons, nothing too fancy. I will say, although I absolutely adore this galactic look, and I think it is so fun and you can use it for so many occasions, not just May the 4th, It is a lot of food coloring. It is a lot of black food coloring, and when you bite into this, don't be surprised if it leaves your tongue a little bit colored for a while. And so that is, I think, a little bit off-putting to some people. So if you do want to work on a galaxy that has a little bit less food coloring, I might recommend focusing more on brighter colors or having a streak of white in there so you can have some batter that isn't colored. That might help a little bit there. I hope you enjoyed this Galaxy macaron tutorial. I so enjoyed making them, and if you give this technique or recipe a try, make sure to tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your work and your creations as well. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!